start, champ. Brian Norman Sr. jumping on. What's
Right?
up? What's up, Senior?
Man, come on, Ness. Don't try to twist the shit for him. Don't do that. Don't do that. Read what he said again, please, if you don't mind.
Okay. Unfortunately, Brian Norman's team, who are borderline circus act, are now coming back. Oh, actually, we'll take the offer.
No,
And
absolutely. We didn't say that. That's one wrong. That's a lie. Bold-faced lie. I've been adamant, been talking the whole time about why we didn't take it, how it's not enough money. The only thing about what you talking about Las Vegas is I was asked by fucking YouTubers if it was in a different venue where we take it. We ain't go to him and say shit. We ain't went to him and said shit. That's a fucking bold-faced lie. Look at what you said. You said he came back saying, in fact, that they figured they dropped the ball. We ain't dropped shit. I don't disagree with what I'm saying. People are hearing 1.7 million. I'm hearing 810,000 because that's the bottom line. I'm hearing 810,000 before taxes. That's the bottom line. We are not remorseful about that. We don't care about that. We knew they needed us more than we needed them because we don't need them. My son's 23 years old. We did not need them. We knew that they were stuck on the Karen situation. So now at this point, with him bidding the way he did it, I said the other day, which you just posted on your story, when I said we breaking news. Boots would never go undisputed fucking with Eddie Hearn. He won't. He will not go undisputed fucking with Eddie Hearn because Eddie Hearn don't put up. Again, the $750,000 that he first offered, he came out in the interview and said he offered up north of $1 million. Bold-faced lie. He told so many bold-faced lies. He said he came up 200 a quarter million each time. That's $500,000. That math doesn't even add up. Because if you say up north of $1 million, how much are we talking? Are we talking 1.5 initially? What are we talking about? The man is a bold-faced liar. I don't think he ever intended for any of this to happen. I don't think he intended for Boost to fight a champion. I don't think he intended for. I think he intended for the whole thing to go quietly. That's why he told Boost we didn't accept when he offered the first 750,000 that he lied about. And the only thing that fucked it up was Boost said it on video, and me and my son came out and openly said, "You a fucking lie." That's it. The man is he's at this point. He's just a bold-faced liar. Nothing he can say can be trusted.
so, where do you guys go from here?
Oh, I mean, you got to think. We already had set up what we had set up. We already had the. You knew that. Matter of fact, you my witness. Did you not know we had Derek Quaver set up before this Boost Up situation ever came along?
Absolutely.
So you heard me on your show, and I said, "Fuck." I said, "Fuck that date." Remember that?
I do.
Thank you. So you got people twisting it. Oh, they had this already. They already knew they was gonna do. No, the fuck we didn't. It was a great opportunity that we wanted to take. It was a great opportunity that we wanted to take for my son to become a two-time, like I said, two-time world champion at the age of 23. He turned 24 in November, at the end of November. So I was like, damn, that's a fucking wonderful opportunity. But at the same time, if it don't fucking make sense, it don't make sense. So people hearing 1.7 million, I'm hearing 810,000. And now that Eddie's lying the way he's lying and moving how he's moving with the underbidding of the purses and everything, the way he's moving right now, I don't believe he intended on nothing in the first place. I think he was trying to stay right under what we said, because you got to remember, my number was higher at first. My number was I wanted my son to bring home 2 million at first. I went all the way down, damn near a whole million. So that's why I was telling Bozy, now we're gonna make this happen because we were so close. I'm like, it's only a few $100,000. That's fucking tax write-off. We gonna make this shit work. I can't see them not making this shit work. And as long as he was taking the length of time that he was taking to respond back and forth, to me, I think that was his stalling tactics. Because if we agreed to any price, then what we would have had to talk about the rematch clause. It was been so much. It's been so many other things to communicate about. They was getting back. That's within 3 and 4. Well, no, 5 at one point in time. 4 and 5 days. You know what I mean? The response time was crazy. We was coming every time right back. Their callers would be right back, right back, right back. They was taking 4 and 5 days at a fucking time to respond. I honestly don't believe that he intended for none of this shit to happen. I don't believe he's using this as a scapegoat to make his plan. He wanted to go to Boost and say, "Look, we tried. It won't work. What do we do?" He has a plan. I don't know if it's Virgil Ortiz. He has a plan. He got a call. He got an ace in the hole. Eddie's full of shit. Fast Eddie is lying his ass off.
Damn. Now, they've announced a press conference for all the A-side fighters for the November 8th fight in Norfolk, Virginia. Uh, Obviously, Keyshawn Davis, Kelvin Davis, Troy Isley, and their smallest brother is gonna debut. Are you guys not gonna be part of that press conference?
This shit right here probably muddled it up or whatever else, but we still set the fight on November 8th. We ain't heard nothing about it. Like I said, we got back with Top Rank and we was scrapping the date. So as far as Top Rank knew we was scrapping the date. I meant what the fuck I said. I wasn't just talking. We meant we was scrapping the date. But because I thought there was no by no means, I'm like in common sense. I wasn't thinking that he in actuality just never really wanted to make the fight. I really didn't think that. But now I know that. There's no doubt in my motherfucking mind he never wanted that fight to happen. It would have been something else. Some other bullshit would have came up behind that money, even if we would have accepted whatever he would have offered, even though I wouldn't fucking take, we weren't going to take no $810,000. But even though we wouldn't have accepted that or whatever else, I think even if we would have, it would have been something else. Because his stalling was ridiculous. His stalling was amazing. We was coming back immediately. They fucking took 5 days after saying, when he came out the first interview, and I did my first thing, and he said, Brian, if you interested, reach back out to us. Do you know he took 5 days to respond after that? They responded to an email immediately, and they was like, oh, we didn't realize that y'all counter offered. From that point, it took 5 days to respond with another offer.
Mm.
Come on, bro.
So it
5
was
days?
all, in your opinion, it was all tactics. Now let me ask you. You mentioned via text that you feel Boots is gonna vacate. Is that something that you
Absolutely.
communicated with Bozy, or this is just your assumption and suggestion, or you believe this?
No, I don't think me and Bo's on good terms right now. I text Bo this morning. I told him, I was like, shit, you ain't got to respond. I know he mad at me. But anyway, I was like, you ain't got to respond. But I said, bro, I tried to tell you. I tried to tell Bozy ahead of time. As it was going on and I was being transparent with all that bullshit, I was telling Bozy even more. I said, listen, bro, the fight finna fall through. You can only get on him. I'm telling you, he not responding. We put it off. I said, don't let him lie to you because they lied to him before. Don't let them lie to you. There's only Bozy was telling me we gonna get on it. Well, all right, cool. Thank you, brother. We on it. We on it. This was as I was doing those videos being transparent. I said, Bozy, get on him. Like, we right here. Like, let's make this shit. There was no doubt in my mind we was gonna make this shit work. It was a fucking few $100,000. That's a tax write-off. As long as I got the money, if I spend the money, it's a tax write-off. Simple. So, and again, the reason we was holding out for that amount was just really strictly based on principle that I wasn't gonna let my son go over there and do all of that for no fucking $810,000. So mine was just strictly based on principle alone. You gotta stand on something. So fuck it.
OG, did you text Bozy after Boots and your son sparred, saying that Boots cooked your son?
That's the How much sense does that make? I heard about him saying that. How much sense does that make? Let me say something. If what's understood don't need to be discussed, I already spoke about the sparring section the very first time. So if what's understood don't need to be discussed, why the fuck would I just text that shit? I heard about what the fuck he said. I said, what the fuck is that to text? Now the Terrence Crawford thing to me was a clout chase. Him bringing up Terrence Crawford and something I said about Terrence Crawford, to me that was a clout chase. So you accusing my son of clout chasing your son while clout chasing at the same time, Terrence Crawford. Because there was no reason for you to bring up Terrence Crawford, nothing about the sparring. That had nothing to do with nothing. All of that was bullshit. And Boots did not drive my son ever in life. My son fucking knees ain't never touched the canvas in front of him, nothing else. You feel what I'm saying? He hit my son in the balls one time. I said, oh shit, clearly hit him in the balls. Just like he did fucking Albanesian, just like he did fucking Limpiness. The nigga's a fighter. He's a dirty fighter sometimes. Simple as that. You can go look for yourself. You hit motherfuckers behind the head. I'm not saying that to shoot shots. I'm saying to be real.
Now, it's your belief that he's vacating, right?
It only makes sense. That's not. I didn't hear that from nobody. Nobody
No, I
told me
know,
that.
I know, but that
Yeah,
I'm not saying you heard it. I'm saying that's what you
right.
believe.
Yeah. So in my mental, the only that would. Do you understand that he's going to Germany for a few $100,000? Because the first bid, if the pot is $2 million, it's a 65-35 split. So again, with all the fees and all the other shit with him, he coming away with a few $100,000. Same situation. So he coming away with a few $100,000 or whatever. Hold on, man. Hold on. He coming away with a few $100,000, and he's gonna be fighting behind enemy territory. And if that shit go to the cards in Germany, he ain't gonna take that shit. There's no way. And I think that I think Eddie really did the man on purpose. I honestly feel like it was on purpose. I feel
Brian,
like it was
tell
all
him
about.
tell him leave that tell him leave that light on for you. That made it better.
Cut the light on,
Uh,
baby. Cut the light.
but with that being said, if you think he's not in the division anymore, who does your son make that $2 million you want him to make
Hmm.
with?
It, no. It wasn't about me wanting him to make $2 million. It was
No, no,
about what
no.
I thought was
I get that, but now we've moved
right.
on. Who else is the big fight? Now you gotta you have to find the next big fight for your son. So who do you? I'm just trying to figure out who you think is the next big fight for Brian Norman Jr.
Uh, we're gonna take it how it go. I'm hoping. These are my hopes. These are my thoughts. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. Don't know shit about shit. These are my thoughts. I don't think Boo's gonna because he's not gonna be able to get another fucking unification fucking with Eddie. So I believe Boo's will vacate, and if Boo's vacate, that means Karen fights for the title. Karen might win the title. Whoever else. Karen is ranked. Well, Karen would be or whoever would be a title holder. So then we could talk to Bob or whoever else, and possibly get them to make some kind of offer for a unification bout. You know what I'm saying? Possible, and let us try to get to our goal of trying to become undisputed. We want to become undisputed. We really do want to make this shit happen. We are about legacy. We ain't about just collecting money. We just all about being fair. You know what I'm saying? We ain't about about all this other bullshit. We just about being fair. We just want to be paid fairly. That's it. Simple as that. So when you ask me about the $2 million, no, it's not that I wanted my son to make the $2 million. It's just that I wanted him. I felt like that was a fair deal for what we were going to go through. My son being so young or whatever else, like we gonna go over there in the enemy territory and do all of that, and they was gonna take all those fees and shit. Again, if I said, that would have made sense to me. Or
Would it?
he could have
Would it?
stayed, or he could have stayed on home territory where everything was in his favor, or not. If they try to side throw him to the woods, they try to throw him to the woods or whatever else. At least we don't have like such hostile territory, like 15,000 motherfuckers against you. You know what I mean? That's a lot of people. But go ahead. What were you saying?
I was just gonna ask if you think you and your team would be able to successfully negotiate a unification with any of the other two champions, with the Mantis Stenonius and with
Yeah,
Barrios.
I don't know about Barrios. I think Stanionis. I think yes. I think we got a very good chance that we made through this debacle. We made some connections or whatever else, and we know some people that's willing to. So yeah, we might can make some shake on that. So it's definitely everything as of today compared to Thursday and Friday last week. Everything just turned to our favor. Everything, like I'm looking at how the tables turn. You know what I'm saying? Everything just turned to our favor because they talking about what my son gonna make, not realizing that people have minimums. He's talking about what he made his last fight, what he took home. All of y'all don't know what the fuck you talking about. You know what I mean? Bottom line, you have minimums when you're a champion. When you're a champion, you have minimums. His minimums went up. So quit worried about what he gonna make. He's fine. Everything is okay. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I would rather him be comfortable and be on a comfortable playing field. If he's not gonna be on a comfortable playing field, he gotta deal with that kind of pressure. I want him to be paid for it. But I do think we can make some shake with Stanionis to be exact. Our Barrios, he got a baby. I don't know what he got going on, but I think Stanionis is the most promising one.
And to be clear, you said you're on the date, or you said you scrapped that date.
No. I was saying scrap the date, but I'm almost positive we still on
Okay.
contract signed. We had already signed the contract before we had already signed the contract. You knew that. You know that.
I'm
You
just
kept
saying.
telling me, you was
I,
like,
I
but you
just
got a
don't know.
date.
But I
You
don't.
don't
Yeah.
remember? We had a whole
I
fucking
remember.
conversation right here.
No, I remember all that. I just don't know. Obviously, you guys were
Well,
given the ability
Well,
to negotiate. So I don't know if that is still there or not. So
let me
just
let me
trying to
clear let me
confirm
clear
that we get
let,
to see him fight on November 8th.
yeah, we got to. Let me clear something up. Hopefully we still got that chance. I haven't heard I haven't heard anything at all about that chance being taken away. But let me clear something up with some people card. What happened with that was, again, it was unexpected that my son was gonna win the title. ESPN has football, all the other sports. Top ranked fights on ESPN. For a world champion, you can't be on ESPN Plus no more. You got to be on ESPN. The dates that they already had was already sold up through the end of the year. My son had to get in where he fit in. So it was either when he won that title, it was either you don't fight till next year when we make plans for you, or you get in where you fit in. We decided to get in where we fit in. This started with T.O. We was gonna get in with T.O. on the September 27th situation. That fell through. Then it was like, okay, well, what we have is November the 8th. Do y'all want it? Hell fucking yeah. Gave us the opponent. Hell fucking yeah. This before Boots came along. Boots come along a week after. Yeah, about a week after Boots come along, I was like, fuck that date. And then it was like, contract signed. And I had all the thoughts that it was going to happen, but it ended up not happening. It is what it is. And now that this is going on with Eddie and he's doing all this line and he's a bold-faced like he is, and he's so willing to do it openly like he doing it, I don't trust shit he say. Because, I mean, how can you come back in public and say, when I'm on every fucking channel saying, no, I'm defending the choices that we making. I'm defending the choices that we making, and you telling me we came back saying, nah, you know what, we changed our mind. That 50-50 talk, I don't know what the fuck that's about. That was new to me. Like, people kept saying 50-50. I didn't know that Eddie or nobody else said that. That's a fucking lie. Like, motherfucking shit lying all over it. He's a bold-faced liar. He's a bold-faced liar. But people not gonna believe that until it's a fighter that they want to believe it with. That's just how the fans are. They're not gonna believe he's a bold-faced liar until they see it happens to their own fighter, a fighter that they agree with, a fighter that they side with, a fighter that they trust. And then you're gonna say, you know what, Brian Norman said that. Trying to tell you.
Mm.
Well, at least we know you're back Friday, November 8th, man.
Yeah, well,
And
man, we back, man. We trying to, you know what I mean? Go ahead.
and
Go ahead,
coach,
boss.
do you think two questions? Do you think Jaron Boots Ennis is in the Eddie Hearn protection program? And did you kind of expose that by spoiling their plans?
No. I couldn't. That's one thing I pride myself on being I think a lot. I think between the lines, I think out of the protection program. I don't believe that. I can't say he's not, but I don't know. I don't know what the fuck going on. I don't know what's really going on. Cause I was confused about why did he lie to him about that $750,000, turning that down and not tell him that we made a counter offer. I'm confused about everything. I think whatever it is with Eddie. Whatever it is, Eddie got something cooking. And you notice they moved Connor Ben over to the IBF, right? Did y'all notice
Mm.
that?
Say again?
Number three, I
Yeah,
think.
he's
Yeah,
number 3. Conor Bennett's number 3, absolutely.
He was not there. That's all that shit is politics. They did the same thing with B
Yeah, it
before he
happened. It
fought
happened like
Tatiana.
last week. It happened like last week.
And motherfucker ain't fought shit, but now I'm saying he number three. Yeah. It's all about who you know, it's all about who you know and who you pay. So you got to see the play coming. There's definitely a play coming with that. I don't know what it is, how it is. I'm thinking he probably, since he has Virgil, he might be trying to push a fight with Virgil. I think Eddie's a businessman. He about making money. So he might be trying to push it with Virgil. I don't know what he's trying to do. He never intended for Boots to fight us. He never intended for Boots to fight any other champion. I don't think we'll make him enough money. So I don't believe that was intended for that to happen. So that may not be from fear of him losing. It just he didn't want to pay that kind of money because we wasn't gonna make him the kind of money that he need. Maybe that's just maybe. It's just me trying to think of to make sense out of it. But it's definitely some fishy going on. And after he lied like he lied on me personally, when I'm out here saying, nah, we not taking 18, and you fucking on the other end saying, well, yeah, now they're kicking themselves in the ass saying, yeah, we dropped the ball. What? that's wild. That's wild work, man. That's wild work. Like, he got the biggest microphone though, so he's heard around the world. We not.
Yeah, Eddie got the mouthpiece, man.
He got the mouthpiece.
He's got all the stations and locations to drop the right information, you know.
Drop
Uh
all the lies and bullshit.
Listen, hopefully you guys can get something hammered in, man, and hopefully it isn't too late. And if it is, you know, like you said, the Stanionis thing just manifested. Hopefully that also works out. But Brian, let me
One
get
more.
back to these callers. If you got anything else you want to add.
I just got one more thing. I got one more thing to add about what was strange about Eddie too. He turned it down quick. Like, I think it was Thursday or Friday when we first turned down the last offer of the 1.7. He walked away too quick. He turned that down when we came out like, no, we're not gonna take it. That's when the shit went haywire and all out in the open. And when he went doing interviews and all kind of shit like that, he came back and was like, nah, it's too late, and they know that. This was the very next day. So I'm trying to figure out, if we accepted that fight that day, when was this going to take place? How was it too late today when the purse bid was like 5 days later? So that tripped me out too. That was kind of, I just wanted to point that out, that I didn't know what the fuck he had going on, but it started to make sense about he never intended for none of this shit to go down. And I don't believe Boo's going to Germany. I believe he gonna vacate, but that's my personal opinion, man. But I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to say what I got to say next, as usual.
Anytime, champ. Anytime. Appreciate you choosing us, man. Thank you. There you have it,
Okay, bro.
ladies and gentlemen. Brian Norman Sr. Giving us his side of the story.